our perspective is that social media is like an amplifier. You recording already?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was sharing. Okay. Message first or sharing?
Sharing. You share
Yes.
first.
Okay. So
Are you okay standing up?
I need to stand. I ate too much. Okay. So to me, social media is only an amplifier. So you know how an amplifier works?
Yeah.
How does it work?
It just amplifies whatever.
Exactly. So you have to have an input, right? So whatever you put into that machine, it's going to amplify it 10 times, right? So the message, network marketing is all about the message, right? And we are messengers, basically, because people will follow the opportunity not because of us. We may be very good, we may be very talented, we may be very attractive, but at the end of the day, they join and they sign up because they see Nu Skin, they see a global player, you know, they see global opportunities, and they see opportunities to change their lives. So we are only messengers. So our role is to tell the message to as many people as possible. Because I mentioned on stage, you know, it's the law of consequence. Have you heard about the law of consequence? Yeah. So the more people you have, the more likely you would have, at the end of the day, people who would partner with you on this journey. So it's the same with your traditional sponsoring process. You're just putting it online, so it reach more people, right? And the most important tool that I've been using is the Facebook Live. Because when you do a Facebook Live, it's always curious and it's always gonna attract people. And if the topic that you're sharing on Facebook Live is valuable to them, for example, I position myself as a startup consultant. So young people nowadays like startup, right? But nobody really understands what a startup means. If you want to have your own startup, what does that mean? You know, what does that mean to own your own business? What are the requirements? What are the challenges? What will you get from it, right? Nobody really understands. The media glorifies startup. So I position myself as someone who sort of transfer the knowledge and understanding about real life startup to young people. And that's what I share online. And that's how I attract a lot of young people, because they think, oh, I'm getting values from this person. She knows what she's doing because she's also doing a startup, right? Because to us, we are starting up as entrepreneurs with Nu Skin. We are also a startup. It's all about how we position ourselves. Right? So people come to me for startup advice. And then I would say, oh, for example, so I give them lessons in startup, and then I say, oh, for example, my startup partner, Nu Skin,
That's nice.
is global. And that's why we can go global, right? Social media allows us to go global. But if we don't have a partner who already has offices in 54 countries, who already has staff in 54 countries, who already have products registered in 54 countries, we can never go global as individuals. Right, so that's an example. So sometimes I throw Nu Skin in there, but generally the lives are values, to people who are listening.
PHUONG, can we connect on Facebook?
Of course.
I would like to see how you do it.
Definitely. Yeah. I can share with you, you know, places to get ideas for your content on Facebook, and then ideas for lives. Yeah. Just set guidelines, and then you guys will find your own interests and expertise. So everybody has their own expertise.
How long did you become team lead?
We started in 2012. My mom started in 2012.
For sure.
I joined.
Is she also doing the business with you?
She's the main business driver. I am her secretary. I just take care of online stuff. Yeah, so she joined 2012. I joined in 2013. Yeah.
Oh, she started first.
Yeah, she started first, then I joined.
What do you think was your secret for becoming team lead?
You know, the only secret is to make a decision. We were Blue Diamonds for 1.5 years, you know, and it's dangerous because when you get to Blue Diamond, you already get a lot of privilege and perks and benefits, you know, and it was so comfortable. And because there were so few team leads in Vietnam, you didn't feel like you need to be a team lead because you're already at the top of the market. You know, so it's a comfort zone. Our sideline colleagues here became team leads. So it was like a wake-up call, and we said, you know, we've been Blue Diamond long enough. It's time to grow, and because Blue Diamond is actually only the beginning. You still have team lead, and then you still have all the MTC titles. So the hardest thing was to make the decision to become team lead. You know, once you make the decision, everything that is a challenge becomes something obvious that you just have to overcome to get to your, you know, journey end. So as soon as you make a decision, it will come. You know, everything will come. New partners will come. New strategy will come. You know, new opportunities will open up.
What about for work ethics?
Work ethics.
Yeah. What about your work
How many
ethics that help
appointments do you do
you
every day?
Oh,
What
yes,
kind
that
of work
help
do you do every
you
day? Yeah.
grow your business?
I see. Understood. So work ethics, you know, numbers, I don't know. It may vary or depend on the market. Even for social media, our requirement is to add at least 10 new friends on
Daily?
Facebook every day. Yeah, because I mean, adding friends on Facebook is so much easier than, you know, having
But
3 new
those
contacts.
adding 10 new, do you sift them? Do they
Oh,
have
no.
to be quality?
Yeah, they have to be quality, and there has to be interaction. Because if you just if you send out 10,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
easy. But
That's
it's
easy.
10 people that you've looked through their profiles,
Yeah.
you know,
You've
leave
talked to
them a
them.
comment, inbox them, say hi,
And
just-
they replied back.
and they should reply back. Yes, then that's the best.
So
Of
you
course,
do a
ideally.
lot of interaction online.
Yes. So what I'm sharing is best practice, and what I'm showing my new downlines to do. I'm a little different because when I when I combined social media and Nu Skin, I already had, you know, several thousands friends and followers. So it's a
even
little-
before.
Even before. So it was a little different for me. Right? But so my main tool is live.
So you were really an influencer even before New
A little,
Zealand.
a little, yes, because we use Facebook a lot in Vietnam. Yeah.
Oh.
So, but that's why I recommend live, because when you do live and it's interesting, people will share your live video.
So very rarely do you share products online? It was really just value adding.
You can combine them. So we have a rule that says 3 giveaway, 1 sell. So you post 3
Value
posts
add.
that are value added. That's about life and lifestyle, and then you can post 1 post.
On
What product do you
product.
usually post?
You know, again, it depends. So
Thank you.
yeah, a lot of young distributors in my team use the Sion Roll-On, the Glacier Marine Mud, the AP24 toothpaste. I post more about R Squared, the Trim Shake. Yeah, and actually, I talk a lot about business opportunity. I
Really
see
more
business
about-
opportunity as a product.
so
as
really
well.
more about business on your page.
Yes.
I want to see your page.
Right now,
wanna
there's a
learn
lot of
from
photos
you.
from Barcelona.
Yeah, we want to learn from you.
Definitely, yeah. So, you know, one thing I wanted to share but I forgot on stage because there was so much stuff to say was that, you know, everybody can sell a toothpaste, but not everybody is best positioned to sell a toothpaste.
What do you mean
know,
by
that-
best position?
So my mom, who is 61, right, can easily impress other people with the Galvanic spa because nobody thinks she's 61. You know, everybody thinks she's 45,
Yeah.
for example.
Yes.
So she should be talking about anti-aging, age-lock products. She shouldn't be selling toothpaste. Same with me. If I position myself as someone who has been educated overseas, right, who has worked at JP Morgan, who has had a lot of experiences, then I position myself as a startup consultant to younger people. So I don't really sell the toothpaste, I sell the opportunity. But so when new people come and ask me, okay, I like what you say about Nu Skin, how do I start? I say if you're young and you don't have money, you start with the toothpaste. You know, so there's a difference between selling the toothpaste and
studied
selling the
abroad.
opportunity through the toothpaste.
You studied overseas?
Yes, I was in the UK for 10 years.
Oh.
Graduated with a bachelor degree in economics and management from
Wow.
Oxford.
Wow.
That's so nice.
Then I worked for 3 years at JP Morgan.
So what made you do Nu Skin? You were a graduate of economics from Oxford.
Yes.
I stayed there for
Wow.
10 years.
It's the same answer. It's the same thing we're all looking for. Right? I mean, the corporate life can give you money. If you want really good money, you have to be really good. You have to be top 5%. And I realized very early that I am not good enough to be top 5. I was very ordinary, even with the
No, you're not
Oxford people.
ordinary.
Well, you know, but that's how it's like in the
Yeah, yeah,
corporate
yeah.
world. You know, it's a very competitive climb on top of the corporate ladder.
So did your mom was already Hypin title when you
Yes. When I joined, she was already diamond. I joined, we became blue diamond, and then we got to team elite. Yeah. So there's a funny story where a lot of people ask me why you always have a lot of energy. And I said that's because I was put in a position where I have to be full of energy for everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's a small tip. If you want to be full of energy or full of passion or determination, you know, every day, then put yourself in a position where you have to do that for other people, not for yourself. Because if it's for yourself, you can stop at any time. But if it's for other people, you cannot stop, right? Even when you're tired, you have to be full of energy. Yeah. So if there's one last thing I can share that is valuable to you, my sponsoring message, what I always talk about Nu Skin is that there are 3 main limits in our life. Time limit, because the one commodity that we have, you know, the same with Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, the richest man in the world, is the 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right? And if we do a job or a business where our income potential depends on the hours that we can work,
Yeah.
then we can never have a breakthrough. Right? We will always live with a limited amount of money. Second limit is the physical limit. If you set up any business that has a physical building, a physical space, like this restaurant, right? At any point in time, you would have a maximum capacity.
Yeah.
And you can only serve people in the 3 or 4 kilometer.
Geographical area.
Yes, exactly.
Limitation.
Exactly. You may like this restaurant, but you will never fly from the Philippines to here to have lunch every week. Right?
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen. So that's the limit to
What's the
your
other
business.
third?
You cannot go global.
What's the third one?
And the third one, wait for it. The third one is the human limit. Because at the end of the day, each of us is very small, is very finite.
Yeah.
And we might have incredible strength in certain areas, but we will have a lot of weakness and shortcomings. So if you start a normal business, you are always going to be the best.
Yeah.
Of course, right? Because you hire other people to work for you. You will never be able to exceed your own limits.
Yes.
Whereas in Nu Skin or in any environment where we have the leverage of the team, of the system, then we can exceed our own limits because it's not ourselves. It's the team, it's the collective effort and the collective results. So that's the human limit is actually the biggest limit. I mean, you know, you think about any person that you know who is really, really good and think whether they are any time at all free in their life. The best person, the best technician is never free.
Yeah.
Because if they're the best, all the most difficult decisions come to them.
Yeah.
Right? They have to be the decision maker. So they can never be absent.
Yeah.
So you need to be in a business where you can set up a system of a collective of what I always say is independent individuals working together would create an independent system. And that independent system would create the ultimate freedom for us. Because then we can be absent, but everything will still be in operations.
So those are the
Three main limits.
major messages that you always share
Yes,
whenever
when I
you
go sponsor.
when you
Yes.
talk about the business.
Wow.
Yes, regardless of the age or the background.
That's your hope.
That's my main, yes.
Yeah.
If I'm invited, last time I was invited to Indonesia, I said the same message.
You
3
should
limits.
come to the Philippines.
when you do
Invite us.
when you do business
Talk to
presen-
Kun Vicky.
when you do a business presentation,
Yes.
you mention those 3 things.
I always talk about the 3 limits.
those 3 things.
Particularly to new people who have never really, thought about Nu Skin or who has never thought about network marketing or who has never
Someone
really been looking
first
around.
time to
First
hear
time.
about
Really good.
those
Yes.
3 things.
Because then it makes them
Really,
think,
really good.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
they do from now on, they will see the limits.
Yes.
And they
true.
ask, how do I break the limits?
Yeah. Are
Just
you
kidding.
really 31 years old?
Yeah, because you
With the
have.
wisdom
I
of
told
70 years
you.
old.
I think you're 70
I told
years
you. Remember, I told you. So thank you so much.
Not a problem
Oh my
at all.
gosh.
Not a
Yeah.
problem. I hope that was
That
helpful.
was a very powerful 40
Thank
minutes.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Thank
40
you.
already?
Gosh.
Thank you.